Debeljak from Rubiix here. Stuart Coulthard and I
Hi.
thought we'd bring you some news about the budget that was released yesterday. So most anticipated, this budget will supposedly bring us out of our COVID recession, and it's a big spending budget and lots of things to go through. So we might start with Stuart.
Yes. So this is the big ticket item that everyone is talking about. This is the personal tax relief. There's been some changes that have been brought forward. So the main thing is that this was going to occur in July 2022, but it's actually been brought forward to July 2020. And this is for individuals, Australian individuals, that is, Australian residents. The main changes that we've seen is, first of all, there's been a slight increase in the 19% tax bracket. You can see on the screen that the 19% tax bracket needs to earn taxable income between $18,000 and $45,000 now. But the main change that we can see is the 32.5% tax bracket. So if you earn taxable income between $45,000 and $120,000 now, you'll be at the 32% tax bracket. This affects over $6 million Australian workers at the moment. So a vast majority of Australian workers out there will be in this tax bracket. And then there's the flow-on effect for the 137% tax bracket and the 45% tax bracket. So again, this isn't law just yet, but we can see that Labor is going to support this measure, and this looks like it's going to be coming in November. So don't go running to employer now. They can't make that change, but it will be in effect in November. So there'll be a lot of flow-on effects with this change in tax rate, because it will be backdated to the 1st of July 2020. Another measure that's been popular is the low and middle income tax offset. That's staying. That was due to be removed, but it's actually going to stay. So it's $1,080 offset. And as well, the low income tax offset is going to increase by $700. So again, that's a measure that's coming in. And the next slide, Mark.
Hi. Most of our business clients want to know what's in it for them, and the government has actually put a lot into this. There's been some extension of small business tax concessions. The main one we can see that can affect our clients are if you turn over more than $10 million and less than 50, there's going to be some exclusions now to FBT. Probably the principal exclusion is the car parking. So you'll no longer have to pay FBT on your car parking if your turnover is less than $50 million. And probably the big ticket item out of this whole budget is an outright tax deduction for plant and equipment purchased after budget night and installed ready for use by the 30th of June 2022. Now this is every piece. This is not limited to the value. So if you've got a $500,000 machine that you want to buy, as long as you buy it after the 6th of October and install it by the 30th of June 2020, you will get an outright tax deduction. So it relates to things like plant and equipment. So it doesn't relate to things like buying buildings and that sort of thing, but this is a really big thing. It relates to cars, but you'll only get up to the depreciation cost limit. So unfortunately, Stuart won't get a full deduction for the Maserati he's got an eye on, but that's okay. Another measure that's interesting is this loss carryback. So if you made a profit last year and this year, because of lockdown, you've ended up having a loss, you'll be able to claw back some of the tax you paid last year, as long as you paid tax, and that's going to be allowable for the next 3 years. R&D changes. Originally this year, small business were only going to get 13.5% offset on top of their tax refund, and they've increased that to 18.5%. So that's a win for those clients of ours that have R&D. An interesting one is that for our Victorian clients, with the state government grants, if you got the last one, they're going to make that last one tax-free. So the previous two, if you qualified for them, unfortunately you're paying tax on them. But the one that's come through now, which is the 10,000 to 25,000 one, will be tax-free. So that's a bonus. Another big highlight is the JobMaker credit scheme. So this is where you have added an additional employee. So if your business currently has 5 people at the end of March and you employ someone new now in August, then you'll get a $200 rebate if they qualify for a few conditions. Age is one of them, as you can see the 2 age groups there, and also they will have had to have been on New Start or some other form of social security. So that's in trying to boost the economy there. One interesting thing that's a bit controversial is the easing of the responsible lending criteria for banks. I don't know if you've tried to get one of the COVID bank guaranteed loans, but I know our experience in dealing with banks, it's been almost impossible. It took months to get one for a client recently, so hopefully it means more people can qualify for these loans. They've also put together more extensions for people who want to employ apprentices. So that's a big segment of our business as well. And there's only a fixed number of places for those apprentices too. So, and that's from October 2020 as well. So I'll hand on to Stuart for the next lot.
Unmute myself. So we've spoken about the individual tax rates, and now we've talked about the business tax measures. Now there's some other measures as well. As Mark said, there's some releasing in the banking responsible lending. This first home buyers deposit scheme is sort of connected a little bit with this. It's actually assisting out first home buyers instead of having to come up with a 20% deposit is what sort of gets bandied around at the moment. They can come up with a 5% deposit and sort of can be eligible to not have to pay mortgage insurance. So the government will be coming in and backing some of these loans. So that's a big ticket item. There's some super reform there. What that means is that if you leave an employer or get a new job and you've got an existing super fund attached to it, rather than you having to inform your new employer, the ATO will actually inform the new employer of your super fund. So that's helping out. So you're not going to end up with multiple super funds all around paying multiple fees. And the last point here is for pensioners. You've got a $250 cash payment between November and early 2021. So that's a big thing as well. So, and that's all I really wanted to talk about there.
So if this has raised any questions or you want to have a chat to us, Stuart and I are available for a chat. Our emails are there, or you could call our office line direct. Please do if it's raised any questions, or if you just want to talk to us about some other matter that has come up in relation to business or tax.
And we've run a number of webinar series assisting our clients out around particular topics. Now we've got another one coming up on the 27th of October, specifically around structuring your business. So we're going in a deep dive in around what the differences between a trust and a company and a partnership, and what you can do in terms of entity structures. So please come along and join us. That's free, and you'll learn something.
So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Just remember, Rubiix is here to help you if you have any questions about this, and we'll have plenty of questions about this, especially around the tax, the reductions in tax, and also around the write-off of assets as well. They're two big tickets that are going to make a big difference to our clients, and also some of the employment stuff as well.
Yeah, so if you need to contact us, feel free to contact us. We're here to help. We're here to support. And as we have been doing for the last 6 months during this tough time, we've been helping our business and other clients along the way. So thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day.